Good morning. This is a brief demonstration of the Stock Indicator Pro, which I had authored during the pandemic. It is available through the premium services on tradingview.com. Just to give you an idea as to how the Stock Indicator Pro works and for whom it is typically for the busy investor. You're actively investing, but you also have a full-time job. So you don't have all day long to be able to look at the candles and the charts. And for that reason, it gives you very clear buy, sell indicators with 8 confirmations or up to 8 confirmations in order for you to enter a trade. And one of the biggest benefits, obviously, is that you don't have to watch the screen all day. And so let me just demonstrate on a trade that we had been working on, which is NVIDIA. And we had begun looking at the daily chart. That's what we typically start with. So here it was on a sell motion. Everything, it was breaking through the Fibonacci clouds. So it was not a good place to go in. So we just waited and waited for the right time. We saw the first buy signal here. But there aren't enough confirmations. And these are the confirmations that we want to look at. You can pause the video and read through that. So it was a risky entrance, so we didn't want to enter it then. And so we waited a couple of days, and sure enough, here you have from a candlestick formation, you have a bullish reversal. You have a buy signal right there. So whenever you see a buy signal, you're asking for confirmations. So what are some of the confirmations? Is the candlestick long and green? This one is short. This one is nice and long. So that's a positive. Is it above the Fibonacci clouds? So here it's the 90 to 100 MA happens to be above it. But even without it, you can ask the question of, okay, is it crossing over the yellow line right here? Yes, it is. Is it crossing the blue line right here? As a matter of fact, it's above it. So that's even positive. Now we're going down to the volume and we want to ask, is it above average volume? And sure enough, it happens to be. This is your average about right there. And it basically was double that day. So that's a good indicator that there's a lot of momentum. There's a lot of institutes going into NVIDIA at this point. At the bottom indicator, another one that I had authored, but it is obviously in conjunction to the Stock Indicator Pro, there are these 2 lines. And the question you're asking is, has the red line turned green? And here's red, red, and then finally it turns green. So the answer is yes. Is it above the blue line? Yes. Is it above the 0? Doesn't have to be, but it's better if it is. And the answer is yes. So altogether, there are 8 confirmations that we see here. So we know that this is a good entrance. Now, if you're a busy investor, the market has closed and you're looking at this in the evening and you go, okay, there's a buy signal. What do I do? Well, what you can do is probably set up a limit order to enter anywhere between 147 to 152. And if you have options, you can also set up limit orders as well, whether it be a naked option or vertical spreads. So the next day, so let's say you put in an order, and the very next day, this is what happens. And sure enough, it's between the 152 to 146 even. But let's just say you got in at 150 to be safe. So you got in at 150 and you're already positive, which is great. So each and every single day, you're looking at this and you go, hey, oh, what is this? This is what you call an inside candle. It could potentially be a reversal, but as long as it stays within the inside candle and you don't see a sell signal, you're not selling, you're holding. The next day, this is what happens. And so you go, okay, I'm going to hold on to my winnings. And each and every single day, there's another buy signal. You can buy extra if you want. Every single day, you're just holding. And your profit is going up. Some of you may be tempted to close it and leave money at the table. You can always close it. Any green is better than any red. But what we're doing with this indicator, is waiting until the sell sign comes. And sure enough, here's a sell sign. Does it mean it's going to go down? No. But the moment you see this, let's not get too greedy. We want to lock in our profits at around 174 or so. So you went from 150 to 174 in a matter of almost 3 weeks. That's a great amount of profit. And if you are doing options, you definitely made a lot of money. So the next day, this is what happens, and you sell at that point. And sure enough, it just keeps on going up a little bit. But again, you want to sell it and just lock in your profits, okay? And it keeps on going up, okay? Let's say we skip all of this and we're waiting for the next best place to come in. And yeah, we went in again in August. And this was the the formation that we saw. There was a buy signal. There was a dragonfly candlestick formation. There was a clear reversal. There was also a bouncing off of the Fibonacci clouds. Don't worry about that. I talk about it and I teach it as well. It is above average volume. It is above the yellow line, blue line. The yellow line crosses the blue. The red has turned green over here. It's above the blue, it's above the zero. So everything is just, this is what you call a high conviction entrance. So you set a limit order to enter anywhere between 200 to 208. That's such a huge range, I know. But if you don't have time, that's what you can set and just go to work and set it and forget it. And the next day, this is what happens. You do enter it and you're able to ride the wave. And what you're doing is, again, you're waiting until the sell sign. That's a doji, okay? Indecision, there's another buy signal up, and there's your sell. So you got in around let's say 205, and you were able to sell it around 223, okay? The latest entrance has been right here. This is what we like. Here's your doji, here's a buy signal. But the candle is kind of small, volume is not there. It's risky to get in because this could just be another bull trap. So we wait for the next day and sure enough, it goes up. It's a big, thick candle. Volume doesn't reflect it, but we felt strong enough about this. I made a call out to, hey guys, let's jump into NVIDIA. And we got in around 212, as a matter of fact. And basically, we are riding it. There's another buy signal. Some people did add additional options there, but basically we're riding it and we're going to hold it until we see the sell signal. So that's basically the way the stock indicator works. How much does it cost? It's $150 one-time payment. You can pay these various ways. But once you pay this is a lifetime license. You get all the upgrades that come along the way. As a matter of fact, this is version 3.0 already. So you not only do you get the lifetime upgrades, you also get a 6-month free membership to my private investment club. Now, if you don't want to do this and you really don't want to get into this, you just want the alerts, you can just sign up for this. That's fine too. It's $19.95 a month. And what you get is clear entry and exit alerts via Telegram from 4 traders, including myself. You get a weekly Zoom training where we answer your questions, well, yours and other members, and we address your questions. We don't have a set agenda per se. And we also have an additional service where you get auto alerts of whenever a buy signal flashes on the indicator from a selected group of stocks that I have chosen. Okay, you don't have to follow them, but it at least gives you some ideas as to which stocks to take a look at. So basically, that's the way it works. If you're interested, you can reach out to me, direct message me. You can email me here. Look me up at LinkedIn as well. And let's connect and let's start making money together. Have a nice day.